这么诚恳，他想干什么？
I can't let you go. Please, don't leave me here.
I stood at the altar, heart pounding, palms slick. The hum of voices felt distant, like I was underwater. Then I saw her. Mira. My Mira. Her eyes didn't meet mine. Her lips pressed into a line I didn't understand. Mira. I whispered, stepping closer. She didn't answer. Please, look at me, I said, louder this time. She shook her head. I can't. I can't do this. My chest tightened. What do you mean, you can't do this? We've been planning this day, for months. I'm sorry, she said softly, almost inaudible, and then she turned, walking past the guests who stared in silence. Wait. Mira. My voice cracked. Don't just walk away. Her heels clicked against the floor, final and cold. Someone gasped behind me. I felt Ryan's hand on my shoulder. Man. I'm so sorry, he murmured. I don't understand, I said, voice trembling. Why? What did I do? You didn't do anything, Ryan said. She wasn't ready. Maybe she never was. She wasn't ready? My hands shook. We promised each other. How can she just leave like this? I know. Let's just breathe, Ryan said, but I couldn't. I couldn't breathe. Breathe? I laughed bitterly. She's walking out of my life. Everyone's looking. Everyone's judging. My throat burned. I trusted her. She made a choice, man. Not yours, Ryan said quietly. I shook my head. No. No, this isn't real. This isn't real. My legs felt weak. I gripped the edge of the altar. Mira. Please. Talk to me. I saw her pause at the doors. She looked back, one last glance that felt like a dagger. I'm sorry, she whispered. And then she was gone. The hall fell silent. Whispers circled like vultures. I wanted to shout, to scream, to throw something, but my hands were frozen. Ryan guided me toward the exit. Let's go outside, he said. Get some air. Outside, the cold wind hit me. I couldn't move. My knees buckled. She just left me. On our wedding day. I know, Ryan said softly. I saw her message earlier, she said not to contact her. She left of her own choice. I stared at my hands. Shaking. I don't know how to be okay. Don't think about being okay. Just breathe, man. One step at a time. I trusted her. I shouted into the empty street. I loved her. And you still do, Ryan said gently. That doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. I laughed bitterly, more like a sob. Human? I feel like I've been torn apart in front of everyone. People will forget. Right now, it's just pain, Ryan said. I don't think I'll ever forget, I muttered, gripping the steering wheel of my car later that night. I don't think I can. I sat there for hours, staring at the dashboard, gripping the wheel until my knuckles turned white. Every memory of her, every laugh, every promise, hit me like punches. I wanted to cry, scream, break something, but I just sat, numb, waiting for the world to stop spinning. Finally, I texted her, "Why? Why did you do this?" No reply. I didn't sleep that night. Not an hour. Not a minute. I realized something then. The life I imagined, the happiness I counted on, had been ripped away in a single, silent moment. And I was left alone, broken, and trying to breathe through it. The morning after, my phone was a graveyard of missed calls and messages. I didn't answer any. I didn't want to hear anyone's pity. Faraz, you need to talk to someone, my mother said, her voice trembling when she called. I don't want to talk, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. I don't want anyone. Sweetheart, please. You can't go through this alone. I'm fine, I lied, my hands shaking. I need space. She sighed. Space doesn't fix broken hearts, son. Come home. Eat. Sleep. Breathe. I can't, I whispered, staring at the ceiling. She left. On our wedding day. How do I even? My voice broke, and I hung up. Later, Ryan called. I didn't pick up, but he came over anyway. His knock on my door was soft but insistent. Faraz, open up, he said when I finally let him in. I don't want to talk, I mumbled, sitting on the edge of the couch. You will. Just later, he said, sitting across from me. But I saw something. Something you should know. What? I asked, wary. Her. Mira. I saw her with someone else. A man. Weeks before the wedding. I froze. What are you talking about? Zayn. Her coworker. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to hurt you further, but she was with him. I felt my chest tighten. No. That can't be true. She loved me. I trusted her. Man, trust isn't always enough, Ryan said gently. Sometimes, love isn't what we think it is. I got up, pacing the room. I ignored signs. I ignored everything because I trusted her. How could I be so stupid? You weren't stupid. You were blind to the truth. Because you cared. I laughed bitterly. Cared? Cared and got humiliated in front of everyone I know. I know, man. I know, he said. But blaming yourself won't fix this. You need to focus on yourself now. Focus on myself? My voice cracked. I feel like I'm falling apart. Falling apart is the first step to putting yourself back together, he said. I sank back onto the couch, burying my face in my hands. I don't even know who I am without her. You're still you. Just hurt. That's all. I shook my head. It feels like everything's gone. My happiness, my future, my everything. Not everything, Ryan said quietly. You have people who care. People who will help you rebuild. One day at a time. I exhaled sharply. One day at a time. That sounds so easy when it isn't. No, it's not easy. But it's the only way forward, he said. I looked at him. Did she ever tell you why she left? Ryan hesitated. No. But seeing her with Zayn, it makes sense. She made a choice. Not yours. And maybe you dodged a bullet, even if it doesn't feel like it. I trusted her, I whispered again. I trusted her with everything. And now, my voice faltered. Now, you start over, Ryan said firmly. You take control of your life. Let her choices be her own problem. I slumped back against the couch. I don't know if I can. It hurts too much. I know it does, he said. But pain fades. Memory doesn't. And one day, you'll thank her for showing you what you really deserve. I stared at the floor. The words hit hard, but I couldn't believe them yet. The betrayal stung too deep. You're not alone, Ryan added. Ever. Not for a second. I hope you're right, I muttered. I hope. I felt the weight of a year's worth of heartbreak settle on me. And for the first time, I realized the fight wasn't against Mira, it was against the version of me that still wanted her back. It's been a year since Mira walked out, and I still feel the echo of that day sometimes. But I've changed. I moved to a new city, got a new apartment, and focused on work. I try not to think about her, but sometimes the memories slip in anyway. Faraz, you're improving, my boss, Mr. Cameron, said one morning as I handed him the report. Thanks. I guess, I muttered, avoiding his eyes. You guess? He raised an eyebrow. You've been the hardest worker in the office. People notice. I shrugged. Just trying to survive, that's all. Survival is good. But don't let it become your only goal. I didn't answer. Survival had been enough until now. Later that week, Sarah from HR stopped by my desk. Hey, you okay? You seem quieter lately. I'm fine, I said quickly. Just focused. Focused, huh? She smiled gently. You've been working nonstop. Maybe you should take a break sometime. I don't need a break. My voice sounded harsher than I intended. Okay, she said lightly, but I noticed the concern in her eyes. Just don't forget to breathe. I smiled faintly. She reminded me a little of what normal life could be, simple, calm, and unbothered. I wanted to reach out, to talk, but the walls around me were still strong. One evening, Ryan called. Hey, man. How's the new city treating you? He asked. Quiet, I said. Too quiet sometimes. But good. Good. That's progress. Yeah, progress, I repeated, staring at my ceiling. I still think about her sometimes. Don't lie. You still think about her a lot, Ryan said. Maybe, I admitted. But I don't. I don't dwell anymore. I try not to. Every day, I just survive, like you said. That's all you can do right now, he said. You'll heal in time. I hope so, I murmured. Weeks passed, and life settled into a routine. Work, gym, occasional calls from Ryan. The city was a fresh start, but some nights I still felt hollow. I remembered Myra's words, her cold eyes, her leaving. It hurt less now, but it was still there. One night, Sarah asked me to join her for coffee. I hesitated. I don't usually do coffee breaks, I said. Come on, she insisted. It's just coffee. No pressure. We walked to a small cafe nearby. She talked about her life, her family, little things. I listened, laughed a little, and for the first time in months, I felt normal. Not whole, not happy, just okay. On my way back, I thought about Mira again. It was strange how her memory still lingered, even a year later, and yet, I no longer felt the sharp pain I did before. I realized I was changing, becoming stronger. I sat in my apartment, alone, staring out the window. A year, I whispered. A whole year without her. And I survived. I'm still standing. I guess that's progress, right? Ryan called again that night. Feeling stronger yet? He asked. Maybe, I said. Maybe I am. You will be, he said. And when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do next. I didn't say anything, just smiled faintly to myself. 1 year of silence hadn't healed everything, but it had given me control over my life again. And for now, that was enough. It had been a quiet year. My phone rarely rang, and I liked it that way. Then, out of nowhere, a message appeared. Can we talk? Mira. I froze, my thumb hovering over the screen. My heart raced. Should I delete it? Ignore it? I stared at it for minutes before Ryan's voice echoed in my memory. Sometimes you'll still think about her. But that doesn't mean you need to answer. I typed nothing. And then another message came. Please. I need to explain. Just once. Please, Faraz. I felt a mix of anger and disbelief. I threw the phone on the table. Are you serious? I muttered to myself. After everything? Ryan called right then. Hey, you alive over there? Ryan, she texted me. My voice was tense. And, he asked. Anne. I don't know what to do, I admitted. She wants to meet. She's begging. Begging? His laugh was quiet. Well, she finally realized she messed up. Good for her. Good for her? I snapped. She left me on our wedding day. She humiliated me in front of everyone. How is that good for her? Yeah, I get it, he said calmly. But maybe it's good for you too. You finally get to see the truth. And maybe, finally feel the control in this situation. I shook my head. Control? I don't feel control. I feel like a fool. After a year, I'm still reacting. Of course you're reacting. She hurt you. Big time. But here's the thing, she's the one begging now. Not you. That's the shift. That's power. I leaned back, staring at the ceiling. Power. I don't know if I want it. I just want to stop thinking about her. You can't stop thinking overnight, Ryan said. But you can decide what comes next. That's the important part. I grabbed my phone again. Another message from her. I was wrong. I was selfish. I didn't know what I was doing. Can you please see me once? I promise I'll explain everything. I closed my eyes. Explain everything, I whispered. Like she didn't see what she did? You have two choices, Ryan said. Ignore her completely, or meet her on your terms. But don't rush this. You hold the cards now. I exhaled, a heavy, shaky breath. I don't know if I can. I want to. I almost do, but I don't trust myself not to break down. That's normal, he said. Just remember, she left. You didn't leave her. You're in control now. You decide. Another message pinged. Faraz, please. I can't lose you. Not like this. I stared at it, my stomach twisting. I wanted to delete it. I wanted to burn my phone. But I didn't. I typed back finally, carefully. I'll think about it. No promises. Ryan chuckled softly over the call. Good. That's all you need to say for now. I set the phone down. My heart was still racing, but for the first time in a year, I felt anticipation. Not happiness. Not relief. Just anticipation. And somewhere deep down, a small, stubborn part of me wondered what she would say when she saw that I wasn't the same boy she left behind. I agreed to meet her in a small cafe. My stomach churned the whole way there. When I walked in, I saw her. Mira. She looked broken. Thin, pale, eyes red from crying. Mira, I said, voice tight. She looked up, startled, and then lowered her gaze. Faraz, thank you for coming. I sat across from her, unsure whether to hate her or break down. Silence stretched between us. I don't know where to start, she whispered finally. I was wrong. I never should have left you. I was selfish. I stared at her. Selfish? You walked out on me. On our wedding day. In front of everyone. And you call that selfish? I know, she said, her voice breaking. Zayn, I didn't think. I thought he cared about me. I don't know. I made the biggest mistake of my life. You made the biggest mistake of my life too, I said, my jaw tight. Do you even realize what you did to me? To my family? To everyone who cared about us? Tears streamed down her face. I know, and I'm sorry. Please. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was confused, weak, and foolish. I see that now. I leaned back, gripping my chair. Weak? Confused? Mira, I trusted you. I loved you. And you just walked away. I know, she repeated, voice trembling. And I hate myself for it. I lost the only person who ever truly loved me. I said nothing. The words caught in my throat. A part of me wanted to yell, scream, hit something, but I stayed still, watching her crumble. Please, she whispered. I need you to forgive me. I need one more chance. Just once. I'll do anything. Anything. I shook my head slowly. One more chance? Mira, you don't get it. You don't get me back by begging. You don't get it by crying. You lost me already. Her hands shook on the table. I don't care. I'll do anything. I can't lose you again. I can't. I looked at her, calm but firm. You already lost me. And no amount of tears is going to change that. You had your chance. You blew it. Forever. She looked at me, shock and desperation in her eyes. Please. Faraz. I know I hurt you. I know I destroyed everything. But I love you. I never stopped. I love? I repeated quietly. You left me. Love doesn't leave someone at the altar. That's not love. That's selfishness. That's fear. Her tears fell faster. I know, and I'm sorry. I didn't understand then. I do now. Please, just tell me something. Anything. That I'm not too late. I shook my head. You're late. You were too late a year ago, and now, it doesn't matter. I've learned to survive. I've learned to stand on my own. You're begging, Mira. But begging doesn't fix the past. She stayed there, crying, silent except for the occasional sniffle. I took a deep breath. I'm leaving, I said finally. And this time, I won't come back. She reached for my hand, but I pulled it away. Please, don't go, she whispered. I stood. I already did, Mira. I already did. After that meeting, I felt different. Stronger, somehow. Mira had begged, cried, and pleaded, but I stayed calm. I realized the power wasn't in her words anymore. It was in me. Sarah noticed it first. "You seem different," she said one morning at the office. "Different?" I asked, glancing at her. "Yeah," she said, smiling softly. "More confident. You don't flinch when things get tough." "It's good." I smirked slightly. "Maybe. Or maybe I'm just done letting people control me." Sarah tilted her head. "Done?" "Yeah," I said quietly. "Done letting the past hurt me. Done letting anyone, especially someone like Mira, pull me apart." Later, Ryan called. "So, you finally met her?" I chuckled faintly. "Yeah." She begged. Cried. Wanted one more chance. "And?" he asked. "And I didn't give it," I said, feeling a strange satisfaction. She lost the power. I realized I'm the one who decides now. Ryan laughed. "Finally, man. About time." "It's weird," I admitted. "I wanted her back for a moment, I'll admit. But then I didn't. Not really. I wanted to see if she'd regret it. And she did. But that's hers to deal with, not mine." "Exactly," Ryan said. "The shift is yours. You control your life now." I nodded, feeling a weight lift off my shoulders. It feels strange. Empowering, but also sad. I know she's broken. But I'm not broken anymore. Sarah came by again. "Are you okay? You seem serious today." "I'm fine," I said, looking at her. I've been through a lot, that's all." "I can see that," she said softly. "But you're handling it well. I mean, really well." I felt a small smile tug at my lips. "Thanks. That means more than you know." "You're welcome," she said, and walked away, leaving me with a sense of calm I hadn't felt in a long time. Mira kept trying to reach me, sending messages, emails, calls. But I responded differently now, calmly, measured. "I need time," I would write. "I can't go back. I'm focused on myself." It was hard at first. Part of me wanted to react, to lash out, to reply angrily. But I didn't. I realized control wasn't about winning against her, it was about winning over myself. One night, I texted Ryan, "I think I finally understand. The past doesn't control me." "I do." He replied immediately, "Exactly. That's the power shift. You finally see it." I smiled, reading the message again. A year ago, I would have broken down, begged, or tried to explain everything. Now, I was calm. I was steady. "I'm not the same person I was," I whispered to myself that night. I survived. I healed. And no one, not her, not anyone, can take that from me. The thought gave me strength, a quiet satisfaction. Myra's words no longer had the same pull. She could beg, cry, plead, but I was untouchable now. For the first time in a long time, I felt in control of my life, my heart, and my future. I didn't need to prove anything to her, or anyone. I leaned back in my chair, letting the silence fill the room. The power shift wasn't flashy or loud. It was quiet, steady, and absolute. And for the first time, I truly felt free. Ryan called me that evening. "Faraz, you need to hear this," he said, his voice low. "What is it now?" I asked, wary. It's about Mira and Zane. I frowned. What about them? Turns out, Zane admitted something. He only used her. He wanted to break you apart because he envied you. I froze. What? Are you serious? Yeah, Ryan said. He confessed everything. He was jealous of you, your life, your happiness. Mira, she was just caught in it. I sank into my chair. So, she didn't really leave me for him? She did, in action, Ryan said. But the reason, it's not what you thought. You were betrayed twice, first by her confusion, then by his manipulation. I ran my hands through my hair. This is insane. All this time, all the pain. Yeah. But here's the thing, man, you already moved past it. You're not reacting anymore. That's what matters. I stared at the ceiling. I feel numb. But in a good way. Like I finally see everything clearly. Ryan chuckled softly. That's because you do. You've gained perspective. And control. I thought about Mira again. I think. I want to see her one last time. Not for her, but for me. To close the chapter. Careful, Ryan warned. Closure doesn't mean going back. It means being final. I know, I said. I'm ready. The next day, I called Mira. She answered immediately, voice trembling. Faraz, you called. I need to see you, I said. Just once. Don't misunderstand, it's not a second chance. I'll meet you anywhere, she said quickly. We agreed on a park bench. When I arrived, she was already there, hands twisting in her lap. She looked up, hope and fear in her eyes. Faraz, she whispered. Sit, I said calmly. She did. Silence stretched between us. Then I asked, do you know why I wanted to see you? To explain, she asked softly. No, I said. To say goodbye properly. And to tell you. I understand now. About Zane. About everything. I see the truth. Her eyes widened. You forgive me? I shook my head. I accept your apology. But forgiveness doesn't mean going back. You had your chance. You lost it. Tears ran down her cheeks. I really lost you, didn't I? Yes, I said firmly. And that's final. I'm not the same person you left behind. I'm stronger. I'm in control. And you need to live with your choices. She sobbed quietly, and I didn't move. I let her feel the weight of reality. Not cruelty, not revenge, just truth. I understand, she whispered finally. I truly do. And I'm sorry, again. I know, I said. That's enough. For both of us. I stood up slowly. She looked at me, eyes desperate. Faraz, please. Don't leave me like this. I'm not leaving you, I said softly. I'm leaving the past. And I won't look back. She watched me walk away, and for the first time, I felt completely free. No anger, no longing, no regret, just clarity. Ryan's words echoed in my mind. Closure doesn't mean going back. It means being final. I finally understood. It had been weeks since I saw Mira for the last time. I didn't reach out. She didn't call. And for the first time in a long while, I felt peace. Sarah stopped by my desk one afternoon. Hey, you look lighter today, she said, smiling. Lighter? I asked, raising an eyebrow. Yeah. Like you're not carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders anymore, she said. I smiled faintly. I guess. I am finally letting go. She tilted her head. Letting go of what? Of the past, I said simply. Of people who don't belong in my life anymore. Sarah nodded slowly. That's good. You deserve to be happy, Faraz. Really happy. Thanks, I said. It feels strange. But good. Later that week, Ryan called. So, you've really moved on? I think so, I admitted. It's not like I forgot everything. I've stopped letting it control me. That's progress, man, he said. Big progress. I realized, I said quietly, that losing her, maybe it was the only way I could find myself. And survive. Ryan chuckled softly. Yeah. Sometimes life has strange ways of teaching us lessons. I nodded, staring out the window. My apartment felt lighter, my world quieter. I had started spending more time with friends, with work, with myself. I was learning to enjoy life again. Sarah invited me to a small dinner with a few coworkers. It's casual, she said. No stress, just fun. I hesitated. I don't usually socialize much. You should, she insisted. It'll be good for you. So I went. And it was. We laughed, talked about silly things, and for the first time, I realized that life could still feel normal, even after so much heartbreak. On the way home, I thought about Mira. She had begged, cried, and lost everything, but I didn't feel satisfaction or revenge. I just felt free. I sent Ryan a quick message, I think I'm finally okay. Not happy, not healed, but okay. He replied almost immediately, that's enough for now. That's all that matters. I smiled to myself. It felt good. Real. Honest. The next morning, Sarah stopped by my desk again. So, dinner was fun, right? She asked, playful. Yes, I said, laughing softly. It was. Thank you for pushing me. No problem, she said. Just, don't close yourself off again. Life's too short. I won't, I said. I promise. I realized then that moving on didn't mean replacing someone, it meant making room for new beginnings. For real friendships. For laughter. For myself. Mira was gone. And it didn't hurt anymore. I didn't need her apology. I didn't need her regret. I just needed to live. As I looked out the window that evening, the city lights flickering, I whispered to myself, a year ago, I was broken. Today, I'm alive. And that's enough. I leaned back in my chair, feeling a weight lift from my chest. The past was behind me, and the future was mine. And for the first time, I was ready to step into it without fear. Months had passed since I fully moved on. Life had settled into a rhythm I actually enjoyed. Work, friends, small joys, but one day, Ryan called with news I hadn't expected. Faraz, you're not going to believe this, he said, excitement and disbelief in his voice. What is it? I asked, leaning back in my chair. Mira, she lost her job. Moved back to her parents' house. And Zayn? He's in serious trouble. Legal trouble. I paused. Seriously? Yeah, Ryan said. Guess karma has a way of balancing things out. They're both facing consequences for their choices. I felt no joy. No gloating. Just quiet satisfaction. I see, I said softly. That makes sense. You okay? He asked. I am, I said. More than okay. I feel at peace. Ryan chuckled. I knew you'd get there eventually. Took a year, huh? I smiled faintly. A year of silence, of learning, of surviving. I needed it. Later that week, Sarah stopped by my desk. You've been smiling a lot lately, she said. I guess I have, I admitted. It's strange. I feel lighter. Stronger. Like I finally get myself. That's good, she said softly. You deserve it, Faraz. Really? I nodded. I've realized something important. Losing someone you thought you couldn't live without, can actually teach you what you truly deserve. What real strength feels like. Sarah tilted her head. And do you feel strong now? Yes, I said, voice firm. Not in a boastful way. Just capable. Free. I've learned that no one else can control my happiness. Only I can. She smiled. That's powerful. I laughed softly. Feels good to finally understand it. One evening, Ryan and I sat in my apartment, sipping coffee. You ever think about Mira? He asked. Sometimes, I admitted. But it doesn't sting anymore. I just accept it. Accept her mistakes, their consequences, and the lessons I learned. I don't need revenge. I don't even need closure from her. I have my own. That's maturity, my friend, Ryan said. Maybe, I said. But it feels right. She walked away from me once, but this time, I'm the one who never looked back. Good, Ryan said. That's the Faraz I know. I smiled, looking out the window at the city lights. Life went on. Mira and Zayn faced their consequences. I faced mine, and more importantly, I faced myself. I had survived, grown, and come out stronger. Faraz, Ryan said softly. Do you ever regret anything? No, I said, shaking my head. Not a single thing. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, led me here. And here feels right. Sarah's laughter echoed from her office down the hall, light and carefree. I thought about her kindness, her patience, the small moments that reminded me life could be gentle. I realized I was finally open to the world again, without fear, without hesitation. I whispered to myself, the past is behind me. The future is mine. And I'm ready. For the first time in a long while, I felt a calm that I hadn't thought was possible. No anger, no regret, no longing, just peace. The world kept spinning. Mira and Zayn were learning their lessons the hard way. I was learning mine in the quietest, strongest way. And I knew, without a doubt, that I would never let anyone take control of my heart again. I smiled, leaning back, closing my eyes. Silent karma had done its work. I had done mine too. I was free.